I am gaming. I am gaming. I am gaming podcast.
Hi everybody, my name is Ivica. Thank you so much for joining me on my new episode of I'm Gaming Podcast, a podcast about the video game industry, entrepreneurship, gaming nostalgia, and many more things in the same realm. This time around, I actually have a question. Previously, I asked my Patreon supporters and everyone else who listens to this podcast what topics are of interest to them and what topics would they like to have me cover. And this one came from Bryant, so huge thanks. He's my Patreon supporter. And the question was, should and could I do an episode about the pros and cons of joining a streamer group? And this is related to the possibility of you as a content creator joining a group of other content creators and kind of working together on improving not only your content but your visibility, shared marketing efforts and stuff like that. So I'm going to go into that. Again, a huge thanks to Bryant for actually giving me this topic and for support on Patreon, as well as a huge thanks to all of my other Patreon supporters. You mean a lot to me and you make this podcast possible. The issue of joining a group of like-minded individuals is almost always relevant when you're creating any kind of art, content or other stuff. There are definitely pros and cons to a such move, but in my experience, when it comes to content creation itself, the cons outweigh the pros. So there are many more reasons why you shouldn't join a group, or you should join and not expect anything big from it, instead of actually doing it as something that's crucial for your future success. So a bit of a backstory here. The first and most important thing you should do as a content creator is to figure out what actually you want from this process. What do you want to get from content you're pushing on Twitch, YouTube, wherever. This is important because a lot of people believe they have an idea what they want, and that's usually a cookie cutter answer. Basically, I want everything and anything, however or how much I can get, I'm going to see, but I want to get views, I want to get followers, I want to get monetized, I want to get affiliated, I want to get cash from this, I want to get more popular, I want to get potential deals with brands, I want to have fun, I want to find friends and like-minded individuals and hang out, connect, which is okay, but that's basically something you'll get for sure. Maybe that will include one person, and of course you might not get any kind of branding deals, but if you work on it, you will probably get some way to monetize your efforts. However, a lot of people join streamer groups or content creator groups with only one intent in mind: help me boost my signal, help me boost my content and help me get more followers, more subs, more likes, more views and everything else. Streamer groups can give you that, but essentially for most of them it's basically sub for sub, so people are going to support and follow you in the same manner you do that for them. But the problem with that is that it creates a closed cycle. You're basically selling and buying things from each other, and that's the main element of any kind of a streamer group. So if you do join a group, it should be mainly as a means of getting information. So it could be a Discord server where you connect and kind of discuss things, figure out what works, how does it work, should you invest in marketing, what amounts, best practices and everything else. But as long as it's based on the idea, hey, I created a video, so check it out, like, comment, and I'll do that for your video, you're gaining nothing. Your gain is minimal, if it's a gain at all, because those people are not actually interested in your content. They just want to have kind of a quid pro quo setup. You help them, they help you, but it's something similar to empty calories in nutrition. So you're eating something, you're eating fast food, but it's not giving you anything, and actually it's making more problems for you in the long run than it's providing any kind of nutritional value. This is the same, because if you get embroiled with streamer groups, then someone will probably want more attention. You'll want it or not, probably get into smaller or bigger conflicts with people. There will be members who are kind of not that cool and maybe a little assholey, and many other problems will arise. At the same time, all of the exposure you get is probably keeping the same signal inside of a small group of people. You get everything you want through actually creating fans, not people who want to watch your video so they can get a view from you. That's not the way you can push things forward. So yes, streamer groups are cool like any other group if they can provide you with valuable info and if you're looking for info. But if you're looking for direct actionable results, so having more views, having more likes, it makes no sense. So my advice would be, don't get into it looking for things like that. Get into it for knowledge and for a kind of a group that might get in the future some kind of a friendship element to it, but don't do it as a means of directly supplementing your views, likes, discoverability and anything else. Even if you get a bunch of shares, for example on Twitter, from your same group of streamer friends, it will still be in a really small circle of people who are probably also other streamers who also want to get views and likes and shares. So it's again empty calories. You're getting your signal, your content hashed and rehashed in the same population like everyone else in that group, which gives you nothing. Maybe you get 10 views more than you would otherwise, but those 10 views provide you with basically no value in the long run. So information yes, direct action and quid for quo things no. So my advice would be, when it comes to joining classic concept streamer groups, you should pass on it. If you get a chance to get connected with people who seem to know what they're doing, want to share that info, want to connect with other people like yourself, yes, try it out, but don't get into any kind of a you watch mine, I watch yours, you like mine, I like yours deals. These are all pointless in the long run and usually even in the short term. So that's all for this episode. Hopefully I got my message across clearly as possible and hopefully you found it useful. Especially a big thanks to Bryant for suggesting this topic. Bryant, I hope you like it, and again a huge thanks for your support on Patreon. A huge thanks for everyone else who is supporting me on Patreon. If you'd like to join them, check out the link in the description below. And of course, if you're a first time viewer, feel free to subscribe. I would love to have you for my new episodes as well. That's all from me. My name is Ivica. Again, a big thanks for listening to the new episode of I'm Gaming Podcast, and have a great day. Bye bye.